Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? Welcome to tonight's late night webinar hangout we're shooting, man. We're actually going to be sharing some insights for mass duplication tonight. We got some panelists of leadership here tonight, and we're just going to be dropping some nuggets on you guys, man. So good night. First off, shouts out to everybody that's been on all the calls tonight. Shouts out to all the new ranks that we're hitting. I'm seeing executives popping up. Guys, that's one of the big cornerstones, man. Coming on board. When you get started with this opportunity, let me tell you guys, it's something that, a lot of people ask a lot of questions, and we don't have all the answers up front right away, because when we started excitement, I just literally, it was 2 in the morning, I literally just said, hey, bro, send me your link. I got started instantly, and I'm just really grasping the compensation plan, but one of the big things that's helped me to get to the level I'm at is literally just connecting with people and being real. A lot of people that I did connect with on my team were from previous opportunities that we were in, that they may or may not made some money, or they're still open. People have tough times recruiting people in opportunities, and really it's really simple, but it's all in how you relate the information to people. It's all about how you frame the stuff, right? For instance, like, you can't sell meat to a vegetarian because they're not gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? People want to make money, but they don't want to feel like they have to go and the pain and struggles and all that stuff to make money. They want to know that they can literally do what they do when they come home from work and make money, which is get on the couch or get in front of a TV and play video games, or click a remote and be on the phone and tap. And that's what people want to do, because that's fun, it's easy. After they get done being in a cubicle all day or in their box, they have a box meal, and that's their day. And that's the reality of most people's life. And it's nothing wrong with it. I'm not knocking. You got to communicate that with people and understand that everybody that's out there that's on the panel right now, to include myself, Todd, Tammy, and Susan, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. We're in it. We're listening for what's in it for me at the end of the day, at all levels. That's just human nature. You know what I mean? It's just like your name. If somebody calls your name across the page and something that you're doing, but your ears are going to perk up, because that's just the way you're programmed. And you got to understand, like, that's how people can break state with you on a regular basis. And you can literally do like the same thing with people on the internet. It's really easy to do it with Facebook, because every few minutes there's an interruption, there's something that pops up. Hence why when we use the Facebook method, it's so successful, because when somebody tags a friend in a particular post, everybody that's tagged gets that notification, and they're like, oh, what's this? Because this has become like next to people's, this is more important than your bank card almost now. You know, everybody goes, I mean, mine's right here, because I do a lot of prospecting. I do close a lot of people on the phone, and it's very convenient, it's very easy, and it's fun. It's nothing hard. I don't have to go outside and wash windows. I don't have to dig ditches. I don't have to go get a whip strapped over my back. I have a sergeant yelling in my ear, or I have the first sergeant, like I used to have, yelling at me because he needs this or he wants that, and I can't get it to him fast enough. So it's not things that they need to do more than what is being done. You're doing what's called bulldozing people with the opportunity, and you don't want to do that. We have a solid product, for one. So it's out of detail outside, and that's money. That's literally what I tell, because for me, I have a tough time explaining these things sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like his internet's acting wacky, huh?
Yeah, it's frozen.
Oh, man. Is it all wacky still?
No, yeah, we can hear you now.
All right, cool. I don't know. You have language, and this is what I keep telling people. This is what I mean by that is, it's not lying or something. It's, you have to understand how to relate the information to that person. Like, kind of like, a good example would be, let me think of something off the top of my head. Would be like McDonald's, for instance. You know, I hate to pick on them, but they're like, he just wanted to kind of throw out there is, can never eat that stuff, but nothing against them, but that's just their way to get people in the door, right? Because the pain body there for people that are seeing that is, one, they're hungry, two, they ain't got much money to eat, so they're trying to stretch that dollar. So that's the pain body that they're subliminally hitting. with that message. And then when they get you in the door, then they're like, oh, would you like to supersize that drink? And they maximize their purchase with you. You see what I'm saying? And that's a non-threatening way to get somebody to buy and then to get them to upgrade. So how do you do that with this opportunity with Paycation? Somebody's pain. How do you mean this? A long time ago, my first network marketing deal called Form. And this is how those of you that are very smoothly, because you're just building rapport. You're building what's called rapport. And this is kind of like NLP level 1. I like to call this 101, understanding neurolinguistics programming. And this is kind of like understanding human behavior, human psychology, how to read people, and how to actually bounce back. There's a couple of books also that I would highly recommend to those of you book lovers that love to read or get audiobooks. Personality Plus would be a good one. Don't ask the author. I don't know. But that's a good book to read. It's written by a female. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. That's a very great book. That was one of the first books I ever read. And that helps you to actually learn how to break stage. But that's just with people. It's kind of like the first so that it can first offer makes sense. So and when I say marketing is kind of first offer, it's kind of like for the unit and marketing. And this is what I used to do, for instance, back in the day when I used to do because like it's not working.
Yeah, you cutting out big time. Oh, big time.
Weather out here, man. I don't know what it is. My internet's. Let me put my phone to tether and see if that makes it better. I don't know what's going on.
And I guess while you're doing that, I just wanted to say, like, just whenever anybody gets on the panel, these are ladies and gentlemen that have at least put 10 people and above into the business. And the man that's actually speaking right now is an IE, which is an international executive. He has more than actually has 100 people on his team as of right now speaking to you. So please give him the respect that he deserves while he's on the line. And he's speaking to you. He may be cutting out. When you understand where a Leonidas comes from, don't judge a book by its cover, because I know a lot of people do that. They like to judge a book by its cover just by looking at somebody saying, oh, they look this way, they look that way. Don't do that here, because when you hear his story, you're gonna be feeling sad. You're gonna be feeling really sick. When you hear where he's came from and where he's going as of right now. So I just wanted to step out and say that. Just respect every person that's on this panel, because they did some amazing things to get on this panel.
Back now?
Yes, you're good.
That might be better. Okay, yeah, like what you were just saying, man. Yeah, you just said it and it left me in a hot second. But yeah, taking action. Something you said kind of triggered something off for me. I was trying to get back my train of thought. But yeah, when you come to framing the information to people, I'll use my profession, for instance. I'm a musician, so whenever I go out to play, to do a performance or something, and somebody's, my ears are always open listening for a pain body for people, because obviously my goal at the end of the day, they get into my team, point blank. And thanks, I didn't know I had 100 people on the team already, so I haven't checked all day, to be honest, and that's bad of me, but and that just goes to show how fast it's growing, guys, you know what I mean? And it's really easy to understand that when you listen for somebody that has a pain, it becomes easier to apply the form method that I was talking about earlier. I'm not sure if you guys got it, but I'll recap it. And this is something I learned, like I said, in my first MLM. The books that I was recommended was Personality Plus and How to Win Friends and Influence People, and How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling. Chapter 2, most important chapter I've ever read in books outside of the Bible. Like, changed my life in selling. The most important word in selling actually is a 3-letter word called why, believe it or not. You know what I mean? And that's a very powerful word. And when I first read it, I was like, like, how is why powerful? But then think about it. When you ask somebody a question, the human brain it does nothing else but it wants to ask that. It wants to answer that question. Like, for instance, if we were to play a game on the panel right now, and hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I just cut out for a second. I'm back now. But I was saying, yeah, with form, everybody when you ask a question, the human brain can't help but to respond to that. It has to respond to that just because of the way we are as human beings. So when you lead with a question like why, that person's like, oh, well, they start thinking to generate in their mind the reason why. And usually the first reason they give you is not the real reason. It's like it's an excuse. It's BS, honestly. The real reason, you got to dig a little bit for it, because most people, they have a pain body they're ashamed of because they think that you can't understand where they're coming from or relate to them. That's why it's important to build rapport up front, and that way you help to lower their walls of defense. You don't go out there and be like, hey, I got this cool opportunity. You need to join my team. Nobody's they're gonna run from that all day long. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to. They don't want to be sold, but they love to buy. See what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I got to go on a cruise next month. I want to go get some $500 Gucci shoes to go on this cruise, but I'm not gonna go let Gucci sell me to buy them at $500. I'm gonna go look for a deal to buy them at a price that I feel comfortable paying for them. You see what I'm saying? Because I want to buy it, but it's not on them to make the sale. It's on me, and you want to be able to have that control, believe it or not. And it's really just a psychological thing that you need to understand. First of all, you need to get your emotions out the window, because you're gonna get butthurt because friends are not gonna join. Your family's gonna tell you, oh, you're dreaming, you're living in a fantasy world. Oh, that thing doesn't work. Oh, you're in a Ponzi scheme. Oh, I tried that thing in the past. Oh, I lost money. Can you pay my way in, and I'll pay you back? I promise. I'm serious. I've heard it all. Okay, guys, let me tell you first off, I know Todd has lost way more than I have. I don't know the exact number, but in the 36 or 7 months that I've been online now, I've lost personally the tune of like $20,000. And I'm sure Susan and Tammy, y'all probably lost close to that, if not more. You know what I mean? So when you hear people crying about, oh, it's $150, I gotta check with my wife. For me, I'm not knocking anybody about it. It's just funny to me, you know what I mean? Because there are people out there that are selling $20,000 opportunities. I've never sold an opportunity that much, and they're making money. You know what I mean? If they can do it, 20 grand, $150 is a walk in the park. Anybody can do this. Like, I haven't sold anything below that level, and I'm not saying that to brag. It's just because that's the standard that I set for my team. Because I want my team to win, and I want my team to be one of the most successful, most wealthy teams out there. Why? That's just because, I mean, I'm a competitive guy, and I don't want my team to be on top. And it's nothing to take away from anybody on the panel, and it's no disrespect or anything, but that's just the edge we have as human beings, and you want to capitalize on it. But you got to understand how to take that and be aware of it, and still understand that there's nothing personal. It's all business, right? And when somebody tells you, like, I have friends that I've been in old MLMs with, and I'm telling you this so you can get the mindset, because that's the most important part, okay? I have friends that are big wigs in MLM companies, man, that they've been begging me for years to work with me, but the opportunities that I've watched them go with and their people that are doing, they weren't successful. And I'm nothing against them or the opportunity, but the timing just wasn't right. Their hearts are in a good place. I approached them about this opportunity, and I straight up said, I know you're not going to listen to me, but I just want to give you the opportunity to tell me no now. Because I don't want 6 months from now, when we do what we know we're going to do, you come and be like, well, hey, Leonidas, why didn't you hit me up? You see what I'm saying? I want him to tell me no now. Because that's the mindset you got to go forward with. This is going to win, okay? Why? I'm a real person. Todd is a real human being. He's not a machine. He's not a robot. I've shook his hand before. He's real. People think that he's not, man, but he's a real guy. And I believe it or not, I used to be very skeptical and sketchy about people on the internet when I first got started. I actually got started December of 2012, I think it was, when I was in Alaska. I was in Alaska, right? And that was when I was in my last MLM, put in over 700 people in like a very short period of time. But I was all belly to belly. It was a lot of work, and that's why I came on the internet. And there's people out there just like myself, just like Todd, just like Susan, just like Karen, that are out there that are old MLMers that are looking for new opportunities, okay? They're looking for it. So people are looking. Why? Because the economy's upside down. People need to make money. They want to have fun. They want to go on cruises. They want to travel. Do you think the airline companies are going to stop buying jet fuel to put them planes in the sky to fly them? No, man. I'm seeing more private jets and stuff flying these days. And I'm like, wow, where are all these people getting this money from? The money's out there, guys. But you have to put in your subconscious mind, in your mind, period, that it's possible. There's $13 trillion circulating around this planet every day. 13 trillion, okay? And let me tell you, this is something my first rich dad told me in my last MLM company. The size of your income determines the size of the hose that's coming from that money truck that's sitting right outside your door right now. That's the amount. The size of your business is that funnel that lets the $100 bills come into your business, into your house. So the bigger you make that funnel, trust me, $100 bills, they're begging to come into your bank account. But a lot of you guys are being resistant, and you're going out and you're trying to just bulldoze people. Join my business, join my business. No, people join people. They don't join the opportunity. They want to join the community. They want to join the network. They want to be a part of what we have going on here. Why? Because Todd put his arm around me. He put his arm around Susan. He put his arm around Tammy, not figuratively. And he said, hey, I want you guys to run with me. And we trust him. We believe in him because we know what he's capable of doing. And we have a network that knows what we're capable of doing, okay? But you have to go out and relate to people. Form. So real quick, I'm getting hot. It's finally getting hot in Florida. It's been cold all week. So form. Family, occupation, recreation, money, mindset, and motivation. I like to go because that gives you option. That gives you at least a 5 to 10 to 15-minute conversation with somebody. And it's something that you also need to also keep in mind as you're having conversation is mirroring and matching. I always have trouble saying that. And that's just as you're talking to your prospect. I do it on Facebook also. Don't think this is something that you practice because I think it's like 70-some% of communication is nonverbal. So we as human beings, as you can see, I'm gesturing with my hands and all that, and I'm just seeing the people on the panel, but I know that I'm talking to you guys out there in internet land. So, and this helps you to relate to what's going on better. So when you're talking to your prospects, mirror and match them because people like to be like others like themselves. They're a reflection of themselves. Okay? So when you talk to people, have that posture of confidence in you. Be confident about you. The opportunity, keep in mind, the opportunity is going to work whether or not you produce or they join or not. You have to understand that you're the awesome new executive that's about to join this company to make the company more cool. Like, you have some heat that you have to bring to the table. Because think about it. When Justin joined, when he joined, Todd was watching that. Todd joined, and then I joined, and then look at what's happening now. The team is just exploding. You see what I'm saying? So just go forward with that mindset when you're talking to people and be excited about it because that's going to attract the right people into your business. The law of attraction is real, guys. Nothing happens by coincidence. Everything happens by timing. And when you align yourself subconsciously and you focus on your vision, there's a reason why you always hear where focus goes, energy flows, right? And the best example I can give you, and I'll get the form in a second, is if I was to drill a hole right above my head and water was to drip right here for a year. It might take a year, but it's focused on that one spot. Eventually a hole is going to be created, right? Because where focus goes, energy flows, right? And once that energy is going out through that hole, it's going to eventually pull up somewhere. It's going to eventually gather a store of energy, and it's going to eventually be able to release in another form of energy, okay? And that's how that works. And that it works on every level. If you focus on putting two a day in, at one point, guys, I didn't think I could do it. Right? And Todd helped me to unlock that because he helped me to understand how to believe in me. That's all that is. Once you believe in you, the right people will join your business. Because no matter, you can go to the wrong person and give them the best presentation, they're going to say no. You can go to the most jacked up person and give them the right person and give them the worst presentation, they're going to get in. That's just the way it works. And you just have to understand that, and it's just going to make sense, and just run forward. Don't get your emotions involved. So when you're talking to people, just share about your family. You know what I mean? Ask if they have kids. If just find some way to relate to them about family. This is something that you can also do on Facebook. Okay, when you go to your Facebook page, you can actually do this right from Facebook, and it's really easy to do it. All you simply do is just go to their Facebook account, and you literally just look for points of relatability. Meaning, you look and you see like. If they have a cool cover photo, you know what I mean? You go through their wall a little bit, and you actually look and see like if you have mutual friends, right? And if you have mutual friends, I'm just going to show you guys a little bit on what I'm talking about, so this can make some sense. Because we do have people that do need to see it so that it makes sense. 1 second, let me figure out how to share my screen here. Screen share. So as you're going through form, right? You talk about family, find out, and that's already you're figuring out. That's an objection that you're going to be able to solve, because if they have a family, that's a pain body that you can speak to. You can say, hey, this opportunity can help put your kids through college, but that's later on in the conversation, because right now you're pre-qualifying your prospect by doing this, just having a regular conversation, right? So you're having like a mental application in a sense with them as you're talking to them. I hope you guys can hear me because my screen on mine is frozen, but I hope that you guys can hear me.
We can hear you.
All right, great. So I'm frozen there. It looks really, I got pointing up. But so yeah, as you're talking about family, and then you straight up ask them, hey, so what do you do for a living? occupation, you know, and I'm a musician, so hey, a lot of times people just come and they ask these questions about the instruments and the songs we play and whatever, and that's right up my occupation, and I can speak that lingo with them about songwriting, about royalties, about you know, I go and I check the Billboard charts every once in a while, and I follow a couple of magazines so I can stay in the now with that network, because you need to have enough ammunition in your bag to be not. I mean, you don't have to be the jack of all trades, but you just need a little bit to sound like you're in the now, because that's going to give you the confidence to funnel the conversation in the direction you want it to go. So as you're coming off of occupation, you want to go into recreation money mindset, and this is kind of like a pattern interrupt, because think about it: if somebody's talking about a job and they don't like it, you want to instantly interrupt that pattern, stop them, and get them talking about something fun, exciting, something positive, happy, so that you can close the loop and get them leading themselves to the promised land, which is to get to the join page and just join now and get the form done in 10 minutes. Okay, so then you go to you move down to recreation, and it's just as the conversation flows, you know, and you just say, hey, you know, what's coming up? Yeah, we've got this big event coming up. Like flight school coming up next week, you know what I mean? And then you can just figure out a way to bring it into the conversation. I'm trying to pull something out of my head as I'm talking about this, so I can give you a real world example. And just be like, I mean, something as easy as, like, hey man, you been on a cruise lately or something? Just throw a question out there about something like that, or you know, something. Yeah, you know, have you heard of some touring artist or something, just to do a pattern interrupt, especially if it's somebody that's negative about their job and they're complaining. You don't want to get them going down that road. You want them to get in the pattern of shaking their heads and saying yes and feeling good. Yes, let's do this. Yes, let's move forward. Yes, 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 yes. That's what you want. You want yeses, you know what I'm saying? So you want to lead them and get them in the habit to get yeses, and that's why, you know, when you figure out if their family's a little jacked up, if their marriage might be screwed up, or they might be a single dad or single mom. You know, you have a target market and niche that you're building on with the recreation, with the occupation, and that's telling you up front what their money's looking like if you listen, right. So if somebody's like for instance, if somebody's, well, I'm a teacher for a living, not picking on teachers or anything, or better yet, I'll put myself in a hot seat. I'm a musician, or I'm a soldier. You know, I already know what the pain that soldiers and musicians out there struggle. I'm hot. So I know exactly how to relate that information to them, or better yet, I have an idea of what the income looks like. You know what I mean? And if I'm talking to, let's say, a musician, for instance, and they're telling me they're working 2 jobs and, you know, they're doing XYZ gigs, like that right there, I'm like, boom, I got my way in right there, because they're looking for, that's my ticket. They're looking for a way to not do all that, but still make the money without having to go to university to learn how to do this. But now you have to get your advertisement done. You already have all your fuel. You already know what the paying body is. You know what they're doing for a living. You pretty much already know how much money they're making already, because at this point, you know, based off their occupation, if they're a professional, especially if they got a college degree, you know they're making close to 6 figures, so they have a little disposable income to be able to invest $150 plus, you know, plus the cost of the system to be able to do this. So that's an easy way for you to be able to do that. And if it's somebody that's already in the industry and thinking along that lines, a great question, especially if it's somebody that's in for the, you know, it's just, hey, what's your marketing budget, or are you doing any paid marketing? You just ask, and right there you shift the posture of the conversation, because she who asks the most questions, you gotta share some, Susan, they are in control of the conversation. So yeah, asking questions is good, but asking the right questions is most important, because you have to keep in mind, your goal is to get that person on the website with their credit card in hand, ready to buy. That's what you want. You want to have their credit card right there, ready to go. Buy now. You see what I'm saying? And all of that helps also with the lingo. If you look at some of the Facebook stuff that we've been sharing, look at the copy, the ad copy, the words on the page. That's what's called ad copy. For those of you guys that are new to internet marketing, I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence. I'm not that smart of a guy. I just quit college. People think I'm crazy. But I'm excited because I don't have to go there no more, and I can sit and do this stuff with you guys, and it's way more fun. You know what I mean? So, don't think that I like to keep things very basic on a level of, I'm trying to get it to where my 3-year-old daughter can understand how to do this. So if I die, she can run this company, and I don't have to do this. She can do it. You know what I mean? Because she can cook and all that kind of stuff already, and the technology's there. So trust me, guys, this is very simple, very easy. Let me see now. I gotta work on me also, because the words that you speak also help to deliver the way your mind works as you're speaking to prospects. Like I made a post today about it in the group about people that are like, I can't, and I don't know how to do this, and I can't do this. Stop saying that, because you're clogging up you're clogging your own genius. You're hurting yourself. That's the most dangerous and deadly thing to do. The most successful thing to do is to actually ask yourself that question: how can I? And that's something I learned from Robert Kiyosaki out of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Read all of his books, okay? Especially Retire Young, Retire Rich. It's going to break down to you what an asset and a liability is, and I'll get off that right now. But so yeah, as you're bringing it home, guys, just keep in mind that people want to buy. You see what I'm saying? So you want to be able to share this opportunity with them in such a way. If you don't know already, go and study that compensation plan, okay? Understand the matrix. Understand how somebody can get paid out the matrix, what's required. Understand what it takes to get to executive. Why? Because those are the benchmarks for you to be able to break even, first off, and to be able to have longevity without stress or pain in your pocket, okay? Because of the way they designed it. And the reason I'm saying that's because we're not customer support, guys, okay? We're here to help you guys along the way, give you all the tools and the training and all the secrets like we are doing. And I'm following Todd's lead, and I'm following the leadership. And believe it or not, guys, I'm being very patient with a lot of things, okay? Don't think just because I hit whatever level that I think that I'm God. Ooh, wow. That I think that I'm God. I'm still here grinding, guys. I'm still working. I just worked 30-something hours yesterday because I'm applying the stuff that we're doing. I'm going back and I'm studying this stuff as well, because I learned from this stuff too. So don't think that we're just giving you this information and we're not doing this, guys. This is the stuff we're doing for a reason, because these are the things that have gotten me successful, especially to this point. And I know these are the things that these principles, especially Todd will tell you, Susan will tell you, and Tammy will tell you, all the other leaders will tell you that brings consistent success. You literally, all you have to do is be you. Don't try to be somebody else, okay? A lot of times I see people, and I'm going to pick on the ladies a little bit about this, so I'm going to step on some toes, but I'm not going to go too far. But, guys, people love to see growth, okay? Michael Jordan got in the league when he was at a very young age, and he suffered some challenges early in the league, okay? But that didn't stop him. He had a knee injury or something early on in his career, and he just kept on going. He didn't come out the gate, and he wasn't MJ from day one. He was MJ. He was just MJ, okay? But that didn't stop him. Every year, every day, Michael Jordan went out to that basketball court and he missed the most shots. He probably screwed up the most passes. He probably fumbled the most, I don't know, turnovers in practice. Why? Because he failed so many times that he eliminated all the error out of his system to where he can only be successful. Because the only practice is perfect practice, but you get there through growth. Okay, and when you expose that growth at the right time, it's even more powerful for you, because keep in mind, last time I checked, there was 1.2, I'm cold now, there's 1.2 billion people on Facebook, right? So there's not a limit to how many people you can market this to. Right now we're at like 20,000 affiliates. There's 1.2 billion on Facebook, guys. So don't think that, oh, this is going to get saturated. People said that about Facebook 10 years ago. Facebook's still running strong, okay? This isn't going anywhere. So the one thing I want to leave you with, guys, I know I've been ranting for a bit, is just mindset. Positive framing, positive mindset. If you don't know how to do it, I'll be honest, I haven't read a literal book in a year now, but I listen to audiobooks every single day. I rarely listen to music now, and I'm a musician, which is bad, and I have to for my profession. I'm actually, get yourself into that mind frame of popping in an audiobook, popping in a tape, because guess what? That leader that you're listening to, those calls that we do, believe it or not, I listen to them. I have them right on my phone, and I listen to them all the time, because they juice me and get me going, and they help me to get that momentum. If you want to know how to motivate others, motivate yourself. Use the things that are getting us going and use those to motivate and get. I used to always wonder who motivates the motivator. You know what I mean? You got to go in that mirror at the end of the day. And I do this. It sounds weird. I go in the mirror, I look myself in the mirror, I said, man, I'm proud of you, Leonidas. You did a good thing today, bro. You signed up 10 people today. And I congratulate myself for all my successes for that. Why? Because there ain't nobody else going to do it, because the entire world is out to break you down. and you have to have the mental strength and the mental capacity to be able to get past that, okay? And when you have a why that's big enough to get you to that, to get you past that pain, there's nothing that will stop. No, there's no amount of no's that will stop you. And that's why, like, you know, I don't want to brag, because I don't like to brag, but that's why I'm able to do what I'm able to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a strong why and I have a strong passion, guys. I was a slave for 10 years in the Army, man, and I don't like to use that word, but it's the truth. Okay? When you have to go and sacrifice your time that is invaluable for a dollar bill that's a piece of paper, guys. I can't even find my wallet to show it, but that's a piece of paper. You know, and you're selling yourself short for a paycheck. You're selling yourself out. Okay? And when you understand what freedom really is about, you can grasp that here. There's no that anybody can tell you that will stop you from wanting to just keep on failing forward and keep on moving forward and going through and perfecting your script, perfecting how you relate to people, perfecting what to say to people in order to get there. Guys, the best way to be good at this is just to go do it like a maniac, learn the compensation plan, understand how to speak. Right? You just go talk to yourself in the mirror. I talk to myself all the time. My wife will tell you I always talk. I'm just always talking. I just get the information out, and it makes a lot more sense for me. But I like to motivate myself because it helps me to get to and stay at that level, of optimal performance. Because I mean, I want to win, and I want my team to win, guys, and I want you guys to win. See, that's why we're doing this right now, because we want you guys to win. This is the first time. I'm excited because we get to see all. Where's he at? Yeah, we get to see all the Todd secrets for like $150, man. You know what I mean? Like, you can't beat that. So don't take it for granted, and just take it and learn from it. Soak it up. There should be more interaction in these trainings than there should be, because believe it or not, even though this doesn't necessarily directly produce an income for you, it sharpens you that blade. This is like you sitting down and sharpening that blade for 7 hours to go cut that tree down in that last 60 minutes. Okay, this is what that is. This is how you sharpen your blade, because you're learning. Okay, our way is it's not the way, it's a way. It's a way that's worked for each one of us, and that's why we're sharing it, because things that I do will relate to some of you, and it won't to some of you. Things that Todd does will and won't. Things that Susan does will and won't. Same with you, Tam. It will and won't connect to some people out there. That's why the people that are on all our teams are on our teams, because they connect with us. The people that are not on our teams are not on our teams because they don't connect with us. So just know that there's not, and look, all of the leadership here, it's not one more than any other. Okay, there's enough leadership to go around. There's enough diamonds to go around. There's enough people to make it happen. So don't be afraid of it. Embrace it, because it is yours. There's greatness within you. I'm telling you, there is greatness in there. Each and every one of us has a story, and each and every one of us need to share that story. When that time comes, share it, because the world needs to hear it, because there's somebody out there. It's just like when, you know, you hear that saying, somebody says ask a question, and nobody asks the question. I strive to be that guy that asks that off-the-wall question, that awkward question. Why? Because when you break that state, it relaxes everybody, and now they're like, oh yeah, I wanted to ask that, but they were too nervous to. And when you do that, it just creates a synergy with everybody, because now everybody wants to do the same thing, but they're afraid. And now that they see that somebody's not afraid and somebody's not looking at them all weird, they're comfortable now, because they're like, oh, she's thinking the same thing. So it's like, oh, I can relate. Instant rapport, instantly. And you can build that through the web, through words, just simply by slowing down. Because I have to do that a lot to speed up, listening more than you talk. And I know I'm bad for that, but I work on it as well. You know, we all have to get sharpened as well. So, guys, I'm gonna just ask some questions maybe, or I'm gonna pass it over or something. I kind of feel like I'm taking over. I don't want to do that.
Crushed it. Whoa. I guess we'll go next in the order. Yeah, that was amazing, man. It's a mindset. That's like the most important part, because we gave you guys like millions, like a bunch of training already as it is. And I see people running around say, did you miss last week's training? I need that, I need that, I need that. It's the same thing. Like every week we're training on the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And we're doing that because we want to train your mind to understand that we need you to, you know, to follow the trainings, okay? And so, yeah, I guess we'll just go with the next person in line. Susan.
Is it me?
Yes.
We're in a different order on my screen. Oh, right. Well, Leo, that's a tough act to follow. That was awesome. Very, very inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing that. What can I add? You touched on so many great topics that I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to expand on that. And now I forget them all. I should have just written it down. But anyway, what I'll do is zoom in on target audience and how, since we're really talking about recruiting and mindset, I think a really great place to start, whether you're new or even if you're intermediate. I've spoken with a lot of people who have been in this industry for years, and they're just going at everybody, like almost like throwing spaghetti at the wall, and they're just trying to recruit everybody, which is fine to get great numbers. But what if you have a team of 300 and 250 of them quit? So my aim is to really think about that and use that idea that Leo pointed out about going to, if you're doing it on Facebook, going to their page and pick out likenesses and really connect with them and build that relationship right in the beginning. And if you're targeting people that you can relate to and they can relate back to you, you're going to create that instant kind of meshing of a relationship. And then right away comes accountability. And then as soon as you bring them into that's another thing that the whole atmosphere that Todd has created here is that excitement, the engagement, and that, again, increases the accountability. They're going to stay. That creates that kind of clingy feeling like they want to do what everybody else is doing. They're not building alone. They're building as a group, as a whole team. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? And alone, we are just a drop. But this is a huge momentum that we're creating, and it's truly like an ocean capable of ripples. So if you're building that relationship right as you're recruiting them in, that's going to start that kind of momentum. And as Todd said, we're training on the same thing, very consistent. There's congruency. We're all saying the same message, and every week we're reinforcing it. So again, that keeps people in. Then the company itself, what did you say the retention was, Todd? It's like 82% or something. It's crazy high for the company itself. So then if we increase that or maintain that as well, there's even more of that.
You there?
I am. I had to pause. There was one other point that I wanted to say off of that. Definitely target audience. You can do, there's a lot of techniques. You can do that on Facebook too. Choose the topics. Choose the same interest that you're interested in. Even just do a doodle note. What are all your interests? Where do you go to read inspirational material, learning material, and go to those places and find those people. You're going to get a lot more yeses if you're speaking to like-minded people. I think that's all I have.
Definitely. Everybody wins. It seems strong. So, I have a question then. Why does Susan always bring on heavy hitters? I just don't get it. Like, it would take me like 20 new people that I bring in before I even bring in a heavy hitter, and you're just heavy hitter here, heavy hitter there. Like, every person is heavy.
Because every conversation I have, everything that I write, everything is always on purpose. So I think everything through. There's strategy behind everything that I do. And I always think about where I want that relationship to go, where I want the conversation to go, what's possible.
Okay.
Always planning ahead and thinking.
Strategic, see?
Strategic. Mm-hmm.
I just don't have the time. It's like you're either going to get in or you're going to get left behind. It's kind of like my strategy.
It's like it's almost 3 years ago. In June of 2012, I met Todd sitting at a round table with red tablecloth. He thinks that's funny because I remember the details. But I remember exactly what he said to me that day. And I put a little note in my head. He's a smart fella. And I think I'm going to work with him one day. It was like over a year later when we started working together. But so it's all about strategy.
See? See? Exactly. Strategy. Like, sticky note.
Sticky note.
Yeah, that's a definite sticky note right there. Strategy is key. I mean, if you guys don't understand chess, you always hear Todd mention it. It's funny he mentions it because that's something that I started to learn when I was first in the military. Is once you understand how to move chess pieces across the board, the objective is, guys, to get them in your team. Okay? I've got people on my team that might be on this webinar. They're gonna find this funny. And this came after a late night call with Justin. Remember, I don't even remember that call time, but Justin was telling us how he just tells people straight up, "Get off my Facebook team. If you ain't buying my, get off. And if you're not out, I'm gonna block you." And I applied it the next day. I had a friend of mine that I said, "Hey, why haven't you joined my team yet?" Because she's always wanted to make money, but she's not really a go-getter. But she has the energy. She has the network. So I'm like, "Well, you see what's going on Facebook. Why are you not on my team yet?" She goes, "Because I lost money last time." I said, "Well, I lost money last month. What's your excuse? Why ain't you on the team yet?" She said, "Well, I'm lying down." I said, "I'm lying down too. I'm on the phone. What's your excuse? Why ain't you in it?" I said, "Well, guess what? You got 10 minutes to go to this link and get started. If you don't, I'm going to unfriend you from Facebook. I'm going to block you off my phone. And if you don't, that's it. Don't talk to me because I don't have time to waste anymore." Thought I was playing. She said, "Don't threaten me." I said, "I'm not making a threat. I'm giving you my word on that." So guess what? She didn't listen to me. So guess what I did? I followed through on my word. And the very next morning, as I was going to bed at 7 o'clock from working all night, she calls me. And she's like, "Whoa, what's this? Give me the link. I'm going to start right now." She didn't even know what she was getting into. And that's just because the mindset was already in that place. And I already set that standard. Now she's on board and she's excited. Her team's growing on autopilot.
Phenomenal. So we're gonna move on to the next person, Tammy. She wants to come out and share her expertise. She's actually been online and killing it way longer than I have, maybe by 10 years. So she has way more experience than I do. And hopefully she'll come out and share some awesome tips. I think your mic is muted still. Maybe I can. If I mute it and then unmute it, let's see what happens. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, we heard her earlier, but it's not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is your main computer mic muted for some odd reason, Tammy?
Dun 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 dun. Boop. Maybe if you hopped off and then came back on, maybe it'll fix the issue. I don't.
Can you hear us, Tammy? Yeah, she probably can hear us.
Yeah. I'm sure. I'm better than.
Let me see something.
Yeah, she's gonna hop back on. Ladies and gentlemen, my strategy, by the way, it's not gonna take that long for me to teach it. So whenever she gets done, I'll go ahead and do that. Charles Fuchs. What is Cater doing?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hey.
Yay! Wow, that was weird. Hey, you know that's just how my day's been going. Okay, you know my truck is stuck in the snow. We can't get out of the house. I have to work here, right? It's a good thing I work from home because I'm telling you, it's been interesting weather. But anyway, you guys did such a great job. I don't even know what to say after you two talked. I mean, geez, what else is there to say, right? Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to share a couple things tonight. Is number one is I think a lot of people get into the mindset of getting ready to get ready, and I know I talk about this, you know, a lot on my team calls, but I just see a lot of people sometimes just kind of overanalyzing everything and not really knowing what to do, and I think that's one of the reasons why I partnered with Todd here and Charles is because they have exactly what I was looking for. Leaders, obviously, we find each other, right? I think it's the law of attraction, like Susan kind of hit on, you know? So I'm kind of strategic like that too. So when I tell people, hey, you know, in order to be successful, you got to surround yourself with other successful people and do exactly what they're doing. So that's the reason why I jumped into this, and I think it's been about, let's see, tomorrow will be 2 weeks. And it's just been phenomenal because the training that Todd has, I've even learned a lot on Facebook, and I'm not a huge Facebook marketer. I'm more of a list builder. So my strategy, guys, is really kind of like Todd, you know, get in or get plowed over kind of thing. So I'm listening to Susan because I'm trying to, you know, attract more of the, like, you know, like she's saying, to put, you know, people strategically in your downline so that they can help others, because I have this problem and it's called kind of controlling everybody, right? Like micromanaging people. So that's one of my things I'm trying to work on. So, you know, I think I just had another team member join a team member. So, hey, just now on my phone. So, hey, I know that it's you know, it's only a couple weeks old. I think I just, like I said, just joined. So, it's awesome. I mean, just to literally plug into training that's already there. But I look for systems. So I'm more of a traffic. Todd knows me just from other things that he's actually ran solo ads for me in the past. But I'm saying I'm more of a systems person because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't have a lot of time to work online, and I homeschool my daughter and I homeschooled my son. So I had to find systems that were set up to where I can just drive people to the presentation. So that's how I do it, okay? So hopefully that kind of makes sense. You know what I'm talking about, right, Todd? Like,
Yeah.
in other words, I'm more of a massive, you know, I mean, I'm generating between 30 to 100 leads a day through my sales funnel, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I like doing things. So the people on my team, okay, like Mary Beth, Lavette, you know, I've worked with them before. So these are kind of what I'm like Susan, I strategically, you know, of course, asked them, and I said, this is what's going to happen, and I know you guys are going to want the same system. And so that's what I did. And now we're, like this week, we have co-op set up and things like that. Okay, so we're driving massive traffic to the website with solo ads. I love solo ads.
Oh yeah.
So that's my strategy. That's what we're doing, and now it's duplicating. And I had a gentleman, his name is Steve, and he's awesome. And I'm telling you, this guy does not give up, okay? He is doing the Facebook method, but he's posting in groups, and I told him exactly what to say. He just, I think I posted it on my profile for everybody to see yesterday. He generated 33 leads, never is generating that many leads in his life with your system, Todd. So it's awesome to see. And that jazzes me so much, I can't even tell you. So people, you know, if you have that, any kind of proof, if you have any kind of, like, hey, I just got my first lead, or hey, I just got my first sign up, just let the world know. Like, literally, like, let everybody know. And Facebook is one of the greatest places to let people know. So
is that Steve Martino or Martino?
Steve Martino, yeah. He's on my my Facebook page, and he just joined like a week ago. So we're talking about a brand spanking new person that can plug right into the trainings and stuff that we have. And immediately out of the bat, we have success with generating leads. And he's already got people coming through and taking the tour the second time, and he's telling me, Tammy, now people are contacting me. I mean, literally, this guy is like, he's on fire. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the excitement.
With your expertise, would you say, like, how many, the percentage of people that have probably joined you in other deals and ventures and stuff, how many of them would you say got their first set of leads, or took enough action to get leads?
Out of the group that I have right now?
No, just anyone, like in any program that you've ever been in, or, you know, period.
Oh, that's a good question. Like the percentage of my team. Well, I'm a little bit forceful about that. I hate to say it. I'll be like, okay, if you're going to come to my team call, what have you done before you come to the team call? And I mean, this last team call, I was on a rampage. I mean, one guy's like, I've never generated a lead. And I'm like, well, then what did you do? I mean, if you didn't even look at my training, that's whose fault's that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I guess I give a little bit of tough love, you know?
That's accountability, though. That's super important.
It is. It's like, yeah, it's like literally, if you're going to get on my call, then at least be prepared and do your homework. Like I said, I homeschool my kids, so I'm like, Amanda, what did you get done today? You know? I mean, I'm not trying to micromanage, but at the same time, if they're going to come and they're going to take my time up, then I look at it this way. Then what did you do on your business? This is your business. It's not a job. It's a business, and if you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. I mean, you know, the money that this can generate, I don't think people realize. It's life-changing for some people. So the money that, you know, that when I teach and I'm passionate about it, I'm just like, I've seen people on my team, Todd, to answer your question, that, you know, have gone on to make more money than me because of what I've taught. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that it happens, but a percentage of people, probably, that is a tough question. I'd almost have to look at numbers, 30, 40%. A lot of...
It's like way less for me, because I don't have time to micromanage, especially as many people as I know how to sponsor and bring in. You know,
right.
I put stuff up in place so they can just follow along and just do it.
Well, they'll do the, like, let's say they run a certain campaign and they don't get a sign up. Then they're like, okay, well, what happened? I'll say, well, do you know how many campaigns that I have tested or tried that didn't work for me, but did I give up? That's why I'm still sitting here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there can be no guarantee that, you know, like some people say, well, how much am I going to get? That's one of the things I get all the time. Famous line. How much am I going to make if I put in such and such? Well, if we knew all that, we'd be all putting in tens of thousands.
Like, well,
it's not the 4X market. Yeah.
I'm gonna order 1,000 clicks, and then it's gonna give me 500 leads, and then it's gonna give me 5 signups, and then 2 weeks later I'm gonna get another five. It doesn't work that way.
It
No,
would be
it's not
nice if it
correct.
did.
Because then we would all be rich, and
Hmm.
we'd never be on these calls and nothing. All we do is just order traffic and then just do nothing.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, and then we could start going into the Forex market, right?
Yeah, just trading
And
our
believe me,
life.
yeah, and trading and stuff. And believe me, yes, you guys. I mean, was it Leonidas that said in the beginning? He said that we've lost money, a lot of money. I spent when I first started into this, checking into the home-based business industry. I think I shared a little bit on my. Well, I tend to get a little bit like I'm starting to finally tell my story. It's taken a long time, okay. But we pretty much lost all of our real estate and all of our restaurants back in 2006. Lost it all. Okay, so when you're down that far, there's nowhere to go but up. Like we had to move into my mom and dad's basement. We're talking about when we're in our 40s. Okay,
Mm.
so talk about coming back from something. We lost 2 restaurants. We had a partner that stole $250,000 from us. We had millions of dollars in real estate gone because of the collapse, you know. So I had to find something. I had to find something fast because, again, I didn't want my kids to have to, be bullied in school and go to school. So if anybody, I guess maybe that's why I have a little bit of a problem when people say, that I tried let's say one ad and then it didn't work because I'm like, do you know where I come from? Because I have spent $6,000, $8,000 on different stuff. I maxed out credit cards just trying to make stuff work online before I really figured out how to make marketing work because there's hypes out there, there's online scams out there. But when you get into a company that's real and legit, of course I do my due diligence on companies, okay, like this one I did. So $150. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling people $150 can change your life and you're going to learn how to market. That's the key right there. And we're going to teach you how to market. There's no excuses with this one.
Man, don't get me started on scams and like pyramid scheme. Everybody think like they're so uneducated about what a pyramid scheme is ridiculous,
Terrible.
and most of the people that say that are already living and working inside of a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is designed for the person up top to make all the money, and no matter what you do, you cannot get to his level. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I've already proven in 30-day period. There are thousands of people inside this company. We all started from at the same exact level. Nobody inside of the company and the comp plan, and I've already passed 99% of the company in 30 days.
Wow. See,
So
that's insane because of internet marketing skills.
exactly, it's not a pyramid scheme. You can't
Yeah.
in a pyramid you cannot pass people up. That's further up.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. He made $400 on oil and gold. Hey, listen, I know. I'm saying there's legit stuff out there for Forex. We buy and sell gold and silver. That's our investments. I'm just saying, like literally, when we're talking about marketing, there's marketing scams. We have real estate that we hold. I mean, we're entrepreneurs. My husband and I. But I'm saying network marketing can make you so much residual. See, with real estate and those kinds of things, like that you're talking about. Those are great, but they only pay you one time. So if you don't have something residual coming in a team that you're building, that's what I looked for because I can make, sales, boom, 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 but what do I have to do the next month? I have to wake right back up and I have to keep continuing and keep pumping in those sales, and I don't want to do that by the end of this year. 2015, I'm going to have a nice residual income, so if I don't want to do those other affiliate programs or whatever, then I don't have to.
I think that's why we're all here, to be
But you know
honest.
what I mean?
That's another reason why we're all here, I think.
Exactly.
We have to
So I think
grind every month. Oh, so,
yeah.
oh,
So exactly, Dad. It's tough. But that's what I wanted to share tonight, and that's what my strategy is a lot of numbers, pushing a lot of numbers through.
Exactly, yeah. I know that like we have to match it up. I know there's people on here that there's actually solo ad vendors that's actually on our team. Look, I stopped selling solo ads. I stopped
Mhm.
selling traffic because of this opportunity. I know we can make way more money with less work. You know,
Yep.
there's only a cap. There's always a cap when you're selling traffic. You can only push what you can get your hands on and what what your list can do. And sometimes like you'll be sending some traffic out and like you didn't reach the amount that you needed to, so you got to keep hammering and hammering and hammering, and your list
Oh
gets
my God.
tired. Then you got to replenish and replenish, and what happens when you're replenishing and you don't make the amount of money that you need off of replenishing?
Right.
Just like an endless cycle. So yeah. So I think we're all here for that same reason. We just want to sit back,
Totally.
drive fancy cars, and play around.
Exactly. I'll hand it over to you, Todd. Thanks for letting me talk tonight.
Awesome.
I'm so glad you're here, Tammy. It's great to work with you.
Oh, thanks, Susan. It's awesome to work with you. Absolutely. We'll be having fun. We'll have coffee. My thing is coffee and pie, you know?
Yeah, we'll have coffee and pie somewhere. Let's not do it in the snow, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was looking at. Oh man, I found so many great things last night on the discounts. Oh my goodness, I'm excited.
Yeah, this is an exciting opportunity, and even just like we have a huge team, but look at this panel, like the four of us, how each of us come from such different backgrounds, and we're all here, and yeah, I think it was all on purpose. I think you're right, Todd.
Exacto
Pretty cool.
mundo.
Different strengths, different weaknesses, so we're all going to strengthen our weaknesses, and
Speaking of weaknesses, I have a weakness of having too much junk on my. I can't even get to what I need to get to on my desktop.
yeah, I have that too. It's terrible.
It's ridiculous. Look. I have this like in the little corner right here. I need to grab this, but I can't because I have so much junk.
The 10 recruits per day. I see it right there. I can't wait.
I'm trying to get. I need my marker. I need that. I can't get to it. Can I just take this? Oops. Oh,
Oops,
what did I just do?
you threw it away.
Oh no. What if I put this here? Is that small enough? I don't even know how to like some of this max stuff is. Stop
What do you
it.
need, bro?
Huh?
Another good point someone made is the fact the company is not going anywhere is a great selling point. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're actually gonna be adding more monies to it, so
And the price point, like $150 is such a great price point.
It is.
It's high enough to weed out the tire kickers, and it's low enough that it's an easy decision.
Right.
how do I like collapse this little desktop thing?
You want a Mac?
Yes.
Oh,
What do you
I can't help you, unfortunately.
what are you trying to collapse, bro?
I needed like this shelf right here. It needs to like go up here or something.
You,
You need the dock.
your dock, yeah.
Oh,
Click
go
on
up,
the apple
go up to the little apple.
in your
Up top?
preference.
This?
Yeah, where it says
Okay.
dock. then you
Gotcha.
can-
Get out of the way. Thank you. Stupid. Stupid thing, man. So you don't have to be a technical genius to like rule the internet, I guess.
Exactly.
Sponsoring your downline.
My
Exactly.
daughter wants to come and say hi. Just say hi. Say
I
hi.
hope you can still focus. I have clicks running. I have to watch my clicks.
Oh, she's too shy. She just shut the door on me.
Wow. Yeah, so I wanted to go over this. It's like it's so simple. You probably already missed it, but you know the 10 recruits a day. It's all based on leveraging what we have and what we bring to the marketplace, and then creating a sense of urgency for them to take action. So, what I would do is for example, we have a secret weapon. We have this Russian secret weapon that you guys are not using. to your advantage, and that's Russian secret weapon is Igor. he's he's basically him and his team are traffic guys, so they can get their hands on any type of traffic that we need, and it converts because I tell them where to go get the traffic too. And so like some of the places that I've been going to go buy traffic where it converts like on the spot, where I sometimes in other opportunities I would put 10 to 100 people in at one time just from one solo ad or one drop or one order. And so I've already shared that with him. Not only that, but he's also, this is what you need to understand about Igor's traffic is that some of the top gurus are that he knows and I know too, and you probably know and probably bought their products before. He does a lot of buyer swaps. So he swaps with those buyers that the other guys have of their own products. So that's why whenever you're running a solo ad with him, there's a higher percentage of people buy not only like smaller products or smaller ticket products, but they also buy higher end ticket products. But the whole concept is you need to round up 10 people, and this is, if you're using the Facebook strategy, this is not hard. And the way that the pitch goes is you wanna put together a co-op before you even actually start going to go recruit people. Because if you haven't noticed what Mac was doing with the 20K giveaway, does anybody understand why it's converting so well?
I was curious to know what he's doing. I saw it.
That's the gimmick. It's 20K because it's free. The way he's advertising it is free traffic, and you can rest assured and feel good that the traffic that you're going to be giving these people isn't some garbage ad fly or swap traffic. It's actually good traffic, so you have a possibility of helping your team grow instantly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for example, if somebody wants to join, if you're running the Facebook ads, which I should not have to go over this Facebook ads again, but when you're running these ads, the way that you reel these people in is you leverage the fact that you have a co-op going, or you're going to get a co-op going, and they're going to be able to get access to it for free. So they're going to get free traffic when they join. Who wouldn't want to join an opportunity where they get to gain access to a system, and then they get to get free traffic on top of that to kickstart their business?
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, Look, this is what I was doing with other deals. I'm not gonna say the names. This is how I was putting in multiple people with any opportunity the same exact way, and then on top of that, you can run co-ops like a monthly co-op with that team to keep them going. Number one, number two, to ease your retention rates with that company. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect sense. Perfect sense.
What is stopping you, especially if you're a producer, and if you're not a producer, you can still, there's nothing stopping you from ordering traffic and getting it on the way and not being selfish and using that to bring people in instead of, hey, just join my company. We have the best system in the world and the best people and the best community. No, what people want is they want traffic, they want leads, and they want the ability to make sales without doing nothing. It's like people just want something for nothing, and if you can kind of package it up in a way to where, like, dude, the biggest problem of getting leads, you're not gonna have to worry about that because I'm packaging it up for you as a bonus for you to join my team right now. But you have to get in now or in the next 12 hours. Like, that's what I said about the scarcity. You have to put some type of sense of urgency on it. Tonight you have to get in because I'm locking in the spots for my traffic to go out on XYZ date. If that makes sense.
Totally. Makes sense.
So it's much easier to put people in, and when you're running this the Facebook campaigns, it's so I can run $20 worth of ads and turn around and get 40, 50 people in my inbox and turn around and close 10 of those people using this strategy. I've tried it the other ways, and you know the percentage of people that get in are like ridiculously lower than if you just package it in like, well, you're going to be able to get traffic with this too, right? If you have a certain amount of slots, let's say that you bought 500 clicks, those and you get and you want 10 people in on that. Well, then they get a slice of that pie. And if you continue to get more people in like that, it's almost like you're buying signups, but it's not, which is like another thing. We cannot guarantee people get results. We cannot guarantee that people join our team, but we can guarantee that they get traffic. What's stopping us from doing that? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Instead of running a co-op for the team, just for the team, run a co-op to get people in on the team.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can even, so you're saying attract them through the Facebook ads, and then also like if my team, everybody that has team that has lists, we could basically send it out, and the title could even be "Done for You Marketing," you know, something to that effect, right?
Exactly. Done for you marketing with free traffic, converting traffic. Like you know, you have to package it up. Like I have,
right.
You know, I'm partnered up with Todd Dell or whatever, and he's releasing his resources to us and our team. And what I'm able to do is I'm able to tap into that, and I'm able to provide that to you just for joining my team right now. And you'll be able to get in that rotator, and we'll rotate the traffic. But we only have XYZ amount of spots left right now, and I need you to get in ASAP to get in this rotator that's going out XYZ date.
And guys, just so you guys know, that's what's called an offer, which you just heard Todd just spit at you guys. That's literally like I want to buy nowadays, saying I'm like, what, free traffic? Like I'm looking for the buy link right now, like seriously, because that's you can't run away from that, man. That's $150 to get in. I don't have to find people to put in this.
Why do you think that leg? I can show you like the growth of that leg. Oops. The growth of that leg that Mac is in, that's why. Oh, man, this thing is acting silly. The growth of that leg is the reason why it's growing so fast is just because of that. People just want, like, you get an you're going to get an automated system and get traffic with that. What idiot would not want to do that or get in on that? And even a $20,000 giveaway, free traffic when you join now. That's a pardon me, but that's like a gangster deal when you put all that, when you package that all up together. So let's see here. This especially worked on Facebook. I've seen people actually do it. I'm trying to find my page here. Like right now, I'm actually running ads, but obviously I've got people in here helping me out by answering some of this stuff. But I'm running ads, and I'm getting people in my inbox asking me how it works. And I haven't even slapped up an ad about a traffic co-op yet. I haven't even done that part yet. But I've been secretly just messaging people because I didn't want people to know what I'm doing, so I don't expose it in my messages when I'm running these ads. Who has $50 to invest and wants to build a business using social media? No three-way calls, no meetings, no flying across the country. What do people not like? What is the thing that they don't want? Sell that to them, and then also give them what they do want, which is quality traffic. Now, this is not like I said again, this is not doo-doo traffic. It's actually if you guys have looked at the page, have you guys looked in the back end office and seen the page that we have?
Yeah, you're talking about the one with Igor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had one person tell me that she was having trouble because he was like saying, well, you got to go through certain steps. So.
Yeah, he's because they're not. Some of them haven't been given the right links, and they're giving them the buy page link, and they're not giving him the capture page link. So he wants me to create a video for them to follow to give them the right link.
That's exactly it. So how do we get around that? Like, in other words, the person that I have to let her know tonight. I think, actually, no, never mind. She told me the other day, I forgot. She inboxed me. She said they finally got back. Yeah, she got it done. She got it taken care of.
See this page right here specifically for us.
In other words, I think he made her go through a couple hoops to get the traffic.
I think we need to make sure that when people are ordering traffic that we prepare them for like what is required to order traffic. I went through his process, and he gets you to fill out an application, and then he sends you an email.
Right.
Then you have to answer questions again. And so I could see if people haven't ordered solo ads before, how they would get.
She has. She's
Yes.
one of my pros on my team.
Oh, so then that.
Todd might even know who I'm talking about because I think you had the conversation with her.
Yeah. You talking about Mary Beth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she's like, no, I know how to do all this stuff. Here's my link. I want to buy the traffic. It's with Todd. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Qualification.
Come on. She's been marketing for 6 years.
Yes, I got to shoot a video for that.
But
so.
he doesn't know. I mean, that's, if that's his process, that's fine. But at the same time, if we're the ones, knowing about that link or whatever, then he should know that we're on your team. See what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That is, I mean, people are just thinking about signups and not even think about leads. I've already, I talked to him and he was like, well, yeah, they gave me the sales page link and they don't know how to find.
Should just go right, like with the people I use and stuff, is just like, here's the page and here you go, and that's more of a general link.
Right.
Just letting you know, just a little feedback, that's all. I'm sure he's awesome. But if we already know that, he already knows we're on your team, then.
He's actually creating us some new pages. Have you looked back there and seen some of the new pages that he's created? Or that we've already back there?
The new sales funnels?
No, the new capture pages that we have back there.
Capture pages? Yeah, I've seen those.
Okay, the timer one?
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, we have yeah, I can't get to it because if I do, then I'll get logged off this Hangout. But yeah, so I mean that's the strategy that I wanted to teach you guys. It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as you got, if you're ordering from the, you guys. Good traffic sources there. Use the ones that Desmond and Kill Smith, they have decent traffic too. Yeah, they get a lot of their traffic from search, which is like Bing traffic.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's PP.
Which one is it, Tom? I'm sorry, it cut out for a second on my end. Which one is it that you said?
Desmond and Malik.
Okay.
Yeah, they have, like I said, they have a lot of Bing traffic, which is PPC traffic. So it's that, make money online traffic.
Cool.
Let's see. Straight average.
My traffic's starting this evening, so.
Oh, it is.
Find out.
With Igor?
Nope, I haven't heard back yet. I have clicks ordered with him.
Okay. Yeah, the guys that are good take a while to.
Yeah, and I think he's a little booked up. They didn't give me a date yet.
Yeah, he's got a new traffic source too, so he's just hammering it now. So that's a good thing for us. He'll stock up if we need it to, to reduce these wait times.
Okay.
Cool.
Did you questions about the strategy?
No.
I think it's pretty straightforward. Maybe for some that it may be a little bit more advanced or over their head. The simplest way I can explain it is go order clicks, write down the date, and don't be selfish with the clicks. Use the clicks as leverage to get people in, and give them a set date on how and how many spots you have in there. That's how we can produce. Even if somebody orders 300 clicks and say, look, I only have 2 slots. That's 2 people on your team now. And now you can leverage that. You can tell them and teach them how to do the same exact thing. It's almost, I want to say almost, it's almost like buying or purchasing customers. But it's not. But it's not.
You're just purchasing a bonus for the customers
Right.
that are going to join.
That makes total sense. I've actually done that with some of my campaigns, Todd. Yeah, last year.
And, we've kind of all been organically using leverage anyway. I know Leo has. I know in the copy that you wrote, Todd. I know in some of the posts that you've made, Tammy, we're leveraging the fact that we're building as a team.
Right.
We're leveraging Todd.
Everybody likes team builds.
Yep, and Todd's training. We're leveraging the fact that we have that, like, they're joining a community. They're joining an atmosphere. They're not by themselves. So we're using lots of angles of leverage, I think.
Oh yeah. So what happens when?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was going to say that's probably the number one question that I get. Well, how do you market? How are we going to market? So this eliminates that.
Yeah, easy. This is the easiest way to, because this is almost like selling traffic, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost like, okay, so it's $150 buy-in to get traffic and to be on the team and to have a way to have your business being built. So what happens if the traffic actually as well? So you might double dip. You might, have somebody producing 2 or 3 sales before the end of the week.
Yeah. Is there any way you could just have the wording up in the Facebook group maybe? Like how, the actual ad copy of what you're saying for people to copy and paste to their Facebook pages even? What do you think?
I can, but it's just that I don't like putting in that group because there's people from other teams.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we could put it in the chat.
Yeah, until our training site, we're working on that.
Okay.
I want to show you, if you will, I want to show you guys a demo of it. Oops. The demo of the design of how we're gonna have this. Oh no. I guess when I get it up to speed, let's see. I think it's on my chat with Ari, Mr. McAvee. He has ridiculous resources. It's going to look something like this here. As soon as it pulls up. We'll have a team site.
That's going to be nice. Did you lose Todd? Oh, there he is. Fading in and out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
There he is.
Yeah. So that's what we're working on, having a nice training site like this.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of stuff going on in the background. That's why I don't mean to ignore you or anything like that. It's just that I got too much going on in this inbox. Like, it's just... Rude or nothing. Like I don't have time to shoot the breeze. But
I tell people to just put it in the main chat, and if one of us are in there, like I can't even keep up with some of my inboxes on Facebook. So I think if they just post a question in the group, that's probably the best way, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then whichever one of us happens in there, we can all help each other out.
In the six-figure group, yeah. That one, right?
Yes.
Is that the one to tell people to post in, Todd? Yours?
What if they have questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's still people that are not on our
Like
team.
a safer group would be that next level group. That's like because we're always monitoring and making sure that no other teammates are getting in that group.
Oh, the next level group?
Yeah, like if you have anything you want to post, like that's the best place.
Okay.
And there's way, way more people in there too, and no other teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for our own stuff, you want, like, if you put it in the six-figure group.
Okay.
Okay.
If I put anything system related, like a campaign code or whatever, then I'll put it in that group. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's I can honestly tell you that we're growing like silly fast. It's ridiculous. Like 1 minute we was at 300, next minute we was at 340, and now we're almost at 400 members on the team.
That's good.
That is gangster.
That's craziness. Growing at a
In about a month's time, isn't that, Todd?
right. Like 34 days or 33 days in now, and like, it went from day 30 from 300 to like, and then 3 days we got to 100 or 100 more.
Well, I'm going to start going after the Keter kind of guys.
Yeah. They didn't like. I don't go after them because I know we will attract them. But yes.
Well, that's what Susan and I are scheming, right?
Yeah, we're scheming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What was I gonna say? We were growing so fast at one point that they thought we were committing fraud.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you guys that?
Well, I saw Mac's post. He said that someone thought he was fake or something because he didn't use a number or something.
Yeah.
Mark Sterling called me. He was like nervous. He was like, "Yeah, what's going on with this unlimited lifestyle guy?" I was dying. I was like, "There's nothing wrong with him. What do you want me to do? Just call him up in three-way? I could do that real quick right now." And I did it.
Did you?
They said that, man, like the amount of people that's coming in, the volume is just unreal. They're coming in every minute. You know, nobody in this company can do that or has done that before. We're like, well, I told you when I flew in that we were going to be doing these kind of numbers. And it was like, yeah, we just need to make sure that he's real. And because I would have done the same exact thing, except I chose to build up under you guys, which is why you're probably still around. So,
Retention. I have a question for you, Todd, since we're all on here live. What about the people that come in that are enticed and interested in the traffic but just don't understand any idea of the flow of traffic? Like I know what I'll do with my people, but do you have an idea of what you want for everybody, or just because all it takes is just a generic video, or like here's how it works so you can trust, you buy traffic, it goes here and here and here and here.
oh, so people just don't understand
Yeah.
What
Yeah, just kind of like the flow of traffic and what a funnel is.
Yeah, of course. Why don't we just put it in this video right now, real quick?
Okay, okay. I have one recorded for my team, but they should.
Does anybody have their own link? Or I'll just go to, yeah, here we go. All right, so let's say that you ordered a solo ad, which is nothing more than another marketer sending an email to their database. They may have a database of 60,000, 20,000, 10,000, 2,000, 3,000 people on their list, their email list, and all they're doing is just sending an email out with your page. You should not be sending them any sales link. You should not be sending them your order page link. You should not be sending them your Paycation join. When's the last time that you walked into Walmart and with the intentions to buy uh, to buy like a TV or something like that, and you just walked up to the first one and just bought it right away? It doesn't happen that way. You got to go do some shopping around, or you got to go looking around. You got to do your research, or you got to think about it. You got to be exposed several times to a certain model that you've been looking at in several different stores before you actually buy. And that's exactly what happens here. These are real people coming to your page, putting their name and their email in the form, and that's really essentially what it is. And the system, what it does is you don't have to worry about the emails. Are they getting my links or any of that kind of stuff? The emails go out automatically for you, and they send your visitors back to the sales video over and over and over again. If we put other pages back there, like a hangout video one day, or a testimonial video another day, you don't have to worry about that stuff because we put it in there to where it's coded to you, and it'll be loaded up automatically for you. You only focus on sending people to this page. Yes, sir. Once they become a lead, the system is going to follow up with them automatically, day in, day out. I don't care if you don't have an A or you have your own capture page. Definitely, if you have your own capture page and you're using your own autoresponder, you should be a pro anyways, and I don't want anybody else using their own pages unless they're, a pro or intermediate, period. So we designed the system to be that simple. So whenever you're going to, Igor's page and you're ordering traffic, this is the link that you need to be giving them, period. This link. Like, it's just simple. I just ordered traffic. Yeah, he wants my link. Okay, copy this and give it to him. Go to sleep. That's the difference between us and how we market and everybody else. Everybody.
I think you just messed up, Todd.
Do what?
I think you just messed up, bro. You told him to just go buy traffic and go to sleep. That's too easy, dude. You gotta put like some more bumps in there, man, because people still gonna screw that up.
Yeah, I don't know what to say then. How about this?
Go drink some Kool-Aid for 8 hours and then buy a lot of traffic.
There you go. Go rip, yeah, whatever. See, that's how simple it is. It's, you order the traffic and give them the link. They know what to do. They can mask it. They can track it. They can write the email copy. Don't put yourself in the mix because you'll mess it up because you're new. Just let them do that and take care of it. And they're usually really good with that. Writing email copy for you for your link. That's all I want you to do. Buy traffic and give them the link. Now, if you're doing the traffic rotator thing, then obviously you need to go back in the back-end office and use that rotator that's already built into the system. That's why we put it there, so we can rotate the traffic throughout those links. And so this really comes into play using that strategy that I just went over, the 10 recruits a day. Use that along with that rotator back there, and every time you get somebody to join, you're gonna want to put their marketing link right there, inside of the rotator. Make sure you rotate that traffic for them. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. Don't make it any harder than, I mean, any harder than that.
Watch
Did I
10
clear
people
that?
do it.
Huh?
Watch 10 people still go screw that up.
I know the reason why Leonidas is growing so quickly is because he's using that strategy like right now. He's leveraging the co-op to get people in.
Yeah. It's kind of almost like called a hook. Like, in other words, each opportunity always has kind of that hook. I mean, we all know about the 100% commissions company. I mean, there was always a buzz, you know? So I think this is a good buzz for the team to have.
Oh yeah.
To just literally, because that's what, you have to have something that, you know, I've had people say, well, what's so different about this one compared to blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and I've said, well, because literally we have the #1 problem solved for you, which is traffic. Because if you don't know traffic and you don't study traffic, then you're not going to get any people to your site. That is #1 reason why people fail. It's either lack of funds or lack of exposure. So you've solved that for them.
And I want to clear up the juicing strategy because people don't understand that, like, that's our free way of getting your butt in the door and getting you to understand how it even all works. We're showing you the free way in which we have several people on the team who've actually gotten people on the board using the juicing strategy. All we're doing is using the community to open up our edge ranks and our reach with our Facebook posts. That's all we're doing. And when you understand that and you move on to actually creating the ads and actually boosting them for $5 a pop, it's essentially doing all that for you. It's opening up the reach in the right targeted market or the right targeted area for you to reach those type of people to put them in. And that's why I always target like Vima, World Ventures, you know, Kirk Franklin. It all depends on the person. If you're targeting Kirk Franklin and you're Caucasian, male or female, that traffic may not react the same way. So you might want to find somebody that's similar to you, similar likes, and you can attract those type of people in your business. Because I know that there's a lot of, you know, I'm just going to be totally honest, you know, there's a lot of black males that join me, but then there's a huge variety of people that join me, but there's some people that only black males between ages so-and-so and so-and-so will join these type of people, and that's just the way it is. It's just the way that the way that you look, the way you carry yourself, the way that you talk. I mean, the way the message is laid out, your profile picture, that has a lot to do with the type of people that you attract. Is that fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
If somebody's
a lot of men join with me. I mean, like, I have hardly any women on my team. It's weird.
Because you're aggressive. That's why. Aggressive males like to join. Just aggressive people. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aggressive, so a lot of aggressive people join me. But then we have people like Tara, who's a single mom. She could take a picture, have a picture of her and her son, and say, "Stay-at-home mom makes," or whatever. Just put some verbiage out there with the keyword "stay-at-home mom," and then turn around and target that interest.
Mm-hmm.
She'll kill it all day long.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
And testing and tweaking. Like if one picture isn't working, then switch it up.
Exactly. More vibrant. The more vibrant the picture, the more it stands out. That's why I always use that Lambo, because it's orange, and like who's not gonna ignore a Lambo? That's why I want to get. That's why I really want you guys to go to California next month for that event that we have with our team, so we can do some lifestyle stuff. And then we can use it. We can all come back and use it with our ads, and plus, we can do. I'm actually going to be training live there too. If anybody's here and that lives in Atlanta, that's another way. Look, I want to do some. Anywhere that I go that you guys are there, I want to do some training. and hang out. So maybe some lifestyle pictures or something. Maybe you might go get a mansion or something while we're there, and we'll all just use it like it's all, each one of ours.
Yeah. Maybe Leo will play his steel drum for us.
Man, everybody wants Leonidas to play a steel drum.
Hmm.
I think that's all I have. I know it's really, really late, especially over there in the East Coast. It's like almost approaching 1:00 a.m.
Yeah, they just getting started, man. We just started recruiting. What you talking about?
Well, the ones, what I'm saying.
I know. I'm just.
Sleepy night. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a night owl, but this weather's been kicking my butt lately. So the negative temperatures, I can handle it when it's above the zero, but these negative temperatures have been brutal.
Yeah, it's the same over here,
It's
but
the worst in 20 years. Last time I remember something like this was blizzard of 77 when I was little.
This is so cool. Oh, I think he already made a post on it already. Look at this.
Keeter did. You talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's already using the concept. So that's
Right.
picks it up really quick.
I'm gonna do that tonight too.
Cater don't play around, man. Cater, like he saw it, he just got up and left. He's already taking action. That's not Cater. He's out here still.
Action gets results.
If you want to force your
watch.
team to grow, you can do that, but you can't announce it. Like if you're gonna,
Go get your charger, dude. Because if you go off the webinar, it's gonna die.
We're good, man. 4%, man. Good, man. I got the plug right now. But if you're gonna, you gotta sometimes you gotta force your team to grow, and like a co-op is the best way to do that, to make that happen.
I think so too.
Force.
I got one going on Tuesday, so 100-click one or 1,000 clicks. I mean, so.
I had a team where there were upsells, right? And I told them, I was like, I'm ordering from like one of my favorite sources. I'm gonna tell you guys, you better upgrade before we do this, because you will pass up some money. And guess what happened? $2,500 worth of pass ups from one person because they didn't upgrade. Ooh, they were so sick.
Oh. Ouch.
I told you.
I gently encourage them.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. We're just being silly.
Right. Well, thanks for the pass ups.
Yeah. That hurts though when you bleed money like that.
Well, I mean, but they had the sad thing is they had the money to do it though. They just didn't do it because they didn't believe that it was possible to just send an email and get $1,500 worth of sales come floating in your account. Uh-oh, who's this guy? Travis Thornton. Sure. Yeah, of course. Hey, look, he's friends with you, Susan.
Yes, he is.
And Mac Mills. Yeah.
We lost him.
Ooh.
There he's back.
Oh. Well, that's it. I guess I'll stop the webinar. I hope you guys learned a lot from this.
Yeah, this is
It's
great.
gonna be cool.